Have you ever found a product on Amazon that's selling like crazy, but you can't buy it because you don't know the supplier? Well, the secret is converting the Amazon ASIN into an EAN. That's the barcodes that suppliers actually use. And in this video today, I want to show you how we've been doing not only this, but how we've been finding suppliers of these products and turning them into real wholesale accounts that we can buy the products from. It's likely that you've probably already come across some products on Amazon that you'd like to sell. Now, these might be brands that you're familiar with or simply items that you think would work well in your store. Now, at this point, what you likely have are the Amazon ASINs, and that's the 10-digit code that you can usually spot on the product details section or in the top in the URL. Now, the question is, how do we go about converting that from the ASIN to the EAN for the product? Now, I want to share with you two methods. One is going to be a simple, quick method you can use. The second method is going to be one that not only allows you to do it en masse, i.e. bulk, but also helps you to understand about IP complaints, which can save your account from being suspended. I'll talk about that in a moment. Okay, so step one, how do we do it for free? Well, you want to use this tool called ASIN to EAN Converter, and I'll drop a link in the description down below. Now, all you need to do is to put the ASIN on the top and simply click Convert. Now, the reason why I like this is because it's super simple. And then also as well, the fact that not only does it sometimes give you the EAN, but it also gives the UPC as well, if that's something you're interested in getting and finding out. Because when we search products, i.e. we're looking for the profitable suppliers, sometimes we'd search by the EAN, sometimes we might search by the UPC. It can be super helpful and very useful. It's good to get both of them when they're available, and it's brilliant because this tool will show you both of them. Now, it can be good to get both EAN and also the UPC because it helps you to find the suppliers, which is something that I'm going to show you later on in this video. When we want to handle a large list of Amazon ASINs, we want to use a software tool, and I like to use analyzer.tools because not only can it let you do the bulk process and get all the barcodes back, but on top of that, it will also check for IP complaints and brand restrictions. And this is before you invest time or money in the supplier sourcing process. Now, I'm sure you're like me and you're probably not just looking for one product. You've probably got a whole list of products that you really want to be focusing on and finding the EANs for and ultimately the suppliers. Now, what's the best way to do this? Let me show you a tool right now from the same website that I showed you earlier called analyzer.tools. And here is how, when you've got a big list of Amazon ASINs, you can simply upload it to their software. And then it's going to give you not only the search results, but it'll give you also the EANs and UPCs, and it will tell you about any IP complaints. I do want to show you how the IP complaint system works, and I'll upload it, and it just takes a few seconds to get the results. And again, I'll drop you a link down below to this software so you can access it as well. Okay, so we've got here a big list of ASINs, and all we want to do is come into analyzer.tools, web app, and we want to go to new scan and process a spreadsheet. And then we can simply select the file. I'm going to choose my ASINs list. And it says here, very, very simple. And all I need to do is just click process. And I can have it even emailed to me when it's finished. And that's now going through my 374 products that you can see right here. This has actually just taken probably a few seconds to complete, which is incredible considering how long it would take me to do that manually. Now I can load up those results, and all I need to do right now is click on the column chooser. And I can grab in the Amazon EAN, put that in there, and then also as well, the UPC if I wanted that as well. The thing I really love about this is not only does it show me the product ID, it also shows me the EAN, the UPC, again, what we're looking for, but also you can see here the brand. And when we hover over the brand, you've got right here, it highlights if there's issues or restrictions around that brand. So if there's a product that you're looking for right now, and maybe you've got a big list of them and you're not sure which ones could cause you an account health IP violation, then by using this software can help you filter those products out really, really simplistically. Now, the other point that I love also as well, we have here the sales. So I can actually filter by sales. Anything slow moving, we can get rid of, but it just allows you to understand more about the products quicker. Not only on top of that, I can scroll across, add in additional columns, but also as well, it will tell me my cost price that I need to be making that product to make it work for me as an Amazon seller, and obviously where I'm finding it from in the suppliers. So you've got a big list of Amazon products right now that you want to be buying, and you've converted them from the Amazon ASINs into the EANs, which is really important. So now the question comes is, how do we actually go and find the profitable suppliers for them? But there's really one of two methods that you're going to use, and I'm going to share what they both look like. So the first method you want to use is really simple, and it's actually just simply getting in contact with the brand. You've got it here on analyzer.tools. You can see the name of the brand of the product, Very easy. Here's what you actually want to do when you contact the brand directly. You want to ask them who their list of distributors are. Later on in the video, I am going to give you a template that you can send to these distributors or suppliers and how to use that to get accounts open in a process which has been working with us. A lot of the times, the brand probably won't sell to you, probably because you're not big enough, but they will give you a list of their distributors or their suppliers that they sell to that you can buy from. Now, when you reach out to these distributors, make sure you mention that you came from the brand themselves and mention the name of the person who you spoke to or even emailed from the brand and pass their details. This is key because basically it's like a warm introduction. Now, the second part is where you might find quite a lot of times that these distributors still won't sell to you. I know, frustrating. Why? Because maybe you're too small for them or you just don't meet the requirements. That is absolutely fine. But what you've then got to ask is say, hey, we need to buy this product. So where can I buy it from? Who do you supply to that you can recommend that I get in contact with and then we can buy that product? Basically, what you're doing is reaching out down the supply chain, finding out who they recommend you reach out to and to buy this product. And again, do the same process. Say this distributor recommended we contact you, and this is the person I spoke to. Is this a product we can buy from you? And we'll talk about how to do that in a minute. Now, the second method I'm going to share with you is a really simple way to do it, but you're going to find lots of other distributors and wholesalers that you probably wouldn't find in the first method. And sometimes you can actually get a lot cheaper deals that we've seen many times. Now, the key point here is what you want to do is get that EAN barcode first. That's super important. And what we're then going to do is type that EAN barcode into Google. I'll give you a little hack. What I would recommend doing is the list of all the EANs you've got, put them into a Google spreadsheet, and then upload them to ChatGPT. And now use deep research and ask ChatGPT to find you all the contact details of all the suppliers that it can find on search engines. And this is going to help you get better results. Now, I'll drop a prompt down below in the description which you can use to help you and that I've refined after doing this process. And you can see here, I basically put in a lot of different EANs and I've done a deep research. And it's come back with lots of different suppliers that I can reach out to for all these products, which is super useful. By doing this, you're basically going to be using a robot to help you do it. And you're going to be getting lots of suppliers, which can help you out, save you so much time. And you can do this whole process en masse through automation. So you've got a big list of suppliers and you understand what you want and you already know what products you want to buy. So the question comes, how do you actually reach out to them to get the products purchased and the accounts open? I've already spoken about reaching out to brands and manufacturers, and this exact same process works for them as well as other suppliers that we find. My top tip for you is to look at the Amazon listing. Have a look at how many sales per month a listing is doing and basically take the sales per month of that product and the name and email the supplier and say, I will share a copy of this in the description down below, so you can just simply copy and paste it. Here's what you want to say. In the subject line, I just put product inquiry and the name of the product. I put the units required as well. Then I say, we're looking for the following products. And I literally list the products I'm after, the name, the brand, and the barcode, and then the quantity, which is the sales per month. And then I say, could you please confirm if these items you're able to supply? If so, please let me know the pricing and the availability. We are looking to move quickly and to purchase within the next few days. So if I don't hear back from you, I'll follow up with a phone call. And I'll explain that in a minute. Now, the top tip I really recommend for you here is to take the price of the Amazon product and to multiply it by the number of units that listing is selling per month. If you find that that number is below $5,000 or even $2,000 or Great British pounds, you're probably not going to get a response. But if you can combine a couple of products to make that value over that, very likely they're going to get a response. Because it's got to be worth their time at the supplier to reply to your email to potentially look at making that sale. Now, this is going to be the way you get the door open to buying products from these suppliers. Now, my top tip is to send this email off. And if you haven't heard back from them in the next 3 or 4 days, then follow up with a phone call. Say something like, hi, I sent you an email a couple of days ago and we are looking to buy this product. And I've already told you what it is in the email. And I need to know if you're able to supply it and able to give me pricing. Don't ask about opening accounts. Don't worry about that. Because if they're going to sell to you, you are going to get an account, obviously. Just remember, amateurs talk about creating accounts, professionals talk about buying products. But what you're interested in is, are they able to provide these products? Now, they're going to provide you with a price. That price can be good or bad. It doesn't really matter. But what you first of all need to understand is, can they actually supply it to you? And if that's a good price, then we can negotiate later. Now, I'll drop you that template down below in the description that you can use to send to them, which is going to really help you out just getting in contact with all these suppliers suppliers and all these brands that's going to help you to find out if A, they sell the product, B, the price is good, and then C, get the actual accounts open to buy the products that you're after. Now, I'm sure you've heard a lot of people talk about sending templates whereby there are nice longer emails with a nice introduction, and they talk about,
"Hi, I'm Tom from Track FBA and we represent XXX brand and I would like to here's a history of me."
and you know what? Sometimes that might actually work. But when you're talking to someone on the other end of the brand or the distributor or the wholesaler and they're really busy, they don't really care about the history of your product. What they care about is making sales. Therefore, being direct, being very specific about what you're looking for and how much you're looking for, and obviously that amount represents a big purchase for them, they're more likely to respond to your email because they know that they can make money today by selling you that stock. And so therefore, we have just seen we get a much higher response rate and much more accounts opened and dealing with better suppliers. Now, one of the big questions comes is you're not just interested in that one product, you're probably interested in actually getting an entire pricing lift. Now, what you might try and understand is how do we do that? When they email you back and give you a price, it doesn't really matter the price. What you're interested in, if the price is good, great, we're going to buy some products. If it's not good, it doesn't really matter. But what you will always go back with is to say, hey, thank you so much for sending the pricing. This is good, or this is not going to work for me. But what I am interested in is to see if there's anything else that you're able to supply whereby we can make this work. Again, you're trying to figure out a negotiation, a deal, an opportunity, which is going to work for both you and the wholesaler. Do you have a price list that you could send over to me to give you an idea of what you've got in stock? Now, this is where you're going to get big price lists coming back from suppliers, and this is a key part of it. Now, obviously, we could go through the exact same process one by one, but why not just use the software that we've already got, which could help us analyze that price list so much faster? This is where I love that tool we used earlier, analyzer.tools. I've used it so many times in my business, and quite simply, I'm going to show you what it can do. Now, from that supplier earlier on, we're going to be able to access their price list and just download that. And you can see here, we've got the price list with all the information on it. And then once we've got the price list, all we need to do is click New Scan, Process Spreadsheet, load up the file, and you can see here, we can just select the barcode type. So you can see here, barcode, which one is the barcode column, so barcode, and we put the price in, and then anything else we want to check. So I can put the title in the reference column. And then again, click Process. And what I really love about this is it is super fast for lots of results. Right now, this has just done 940 results in probably 3 or 4 seconds, which is incredible. And we can click on those results right here. And what we're looking at, first of all, you can see all the different products. And I like to sort it by, first of all, profits, so I can get a really good idea. And then I can just scroll down and have a look at this sales column. And you can see right here, L'Oreal Professional, this is a product that we can look at. This is the one that I found earlier on for you. And what you can do is hover over the graph, have a look at the keeper charts, look at the actual products, load up the Amazon page. You could scroll across, look at all the other information, see how much profit you're going to be generating off it, and all the other information that you need. And then obviously add in those columns. This tool just speeds up that deal analysis, that list analysis process, helping you to find the best products. And because you're going to be contacting so many wholesalers and distributors and brands, this is something you're going to need to be doing fast to be able to get back to them quick to put that order together for the deals that you're finding. Now, again, I'm going to drop a link to all of the tools and the links I've put down in the description down below. So make sure you grab them. Now, remember, we've gone through the entire process. How to start with an Amazon product, convert it to an EAN, how to go find suppliers for those products, how to reach out to them using the template below, and then also as well, how to get their price list and how to then convert them into profitable products that you can buy to help build your Amazon business. Now, if you've liked this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and hey, hit that subscribe button down below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.